In a small, quiet village surrounded by lush green fields and tall mountains, there lived a man named Roshan. He was a hardworking blacksmith, well known for crafting strong and beautiful ironwork. However, Roshan had one big problem. He could never wake up early. Every morning he would keep snoozing his alarm and struggle to leave his warm bed. Because of this bad habit, he lost valuable working hours, missed important village meetings, and delayed orders from his customers. His father and the village elders warned him many times, but he never listened. "What difference does it make if I wake up late? I can always work at night," he would say. But what he didn't realize was that the world moved at its own time, and his laziness was making him lose good opportunities. One day, the village chief called a meeting to plan for a big festival. Many villagers were assigned tasks, and Roshan was given a special duty, to craft an iron gate for the temple. It was the most important decoration for the festival. The next morning, when the chief and his team went to Roshan's workshop, they found it closed. Roshan was still sleeping. The chief, frustrated, handed the work to another blacksmith. Though less skilled than Roshan, this blacksmith was always on time. When Roshan woke up and learned what had happened, he felt ashamed. The festival was the biggest event in the village, and he had lost his chance to showcase his talent. Seeking guidance, he went to his wise old grandfather. "Grandfather, I don't know why I find it so hard to wake up early. No matter how much I try, I just can't leave my bed in the morning," Roshan confessed. His grandfather smiled and said, "Waking up early is not just about setting an alarm. It is about understanding why it is important. Let me tell you a story," he began. "Long ago, in another village, there were two farmers, Dev and Ram. Both had the same amount of land, the same tools, and the same weather. But there was one big difference. Dev woke up early, while Ram always woke up late. Dev would rise at dawn, start his work early, and finish most of it before noon. In the afternoons, he had time to relax, read, and spend time with his family. Because he planned his work well, he always got good results. Ram, on the other hand, would sleep late and wake up when the sun was high. He would rush through his work, make mistakes, and struggle in the afternoon heat. He was always tired and behind on his tasks. One year, a huge storm came. Dev had already harvested most of his crops early, so he lost very little. But Ram, who was always late, lost almost everything. His grandfather looked at him and said, "My dear Roshan, waking up early is not just about discipline. The world moves fast, and if you are always late, you will always be left behind. The world moves fast, and if you are always late, you will always be left behind." Roshan understood his mistake. He had lost a great opportunity due to his laziness. That night, he made a promise to change. The next morning, he set his alarm for 5:30 a.m. When it rang, he wanted to hit snooze, but he remembered the story of the two farmers. He forced himself to get up, washed his face, stretched, and took a walk around the village. The cool morning air filled his lungs, and it felt refreshing. For the next few weeks, Roshan followed a strict morning routine. He slept early, avoided distractions at night, and kept a journal to track his progress. At first it was difficult, but he kept trying. Slowly his body adjusted, and waking up early became easy. After a few months, his life transformed. His work improved, he completed more orders, and the villagers respected him more. When the next festival arrived, the chief personally asked Roshan to craft an even grander iron gate for the temple. This time, he was ready. Not only did he finish the gate early, but it was also more beautiful than anyone had imagined. His fame spread to nearby villages, and new customers came to him. His life was now full of success, all because he had learned the value of waking up early. One evening, as he sat with his grandfather, he said, "Grandfather, I finally understand. Waking up early is not just a habit, it helps me control my life. I feel more active, more focused, and closer to my goals. Everything has changed for the better." His grandfather smiled and said, "Remember, my child, the morning sun brings new possibilities. Those who wake up early welcome success, but those who wake up late always keep running behind it. Never forget this lesson." From that day, Roshan never went back to his old habits. He became an inspiration for the entire village. His story was told for generations, teaching everyone that waking up early is not just a routine, it is a way to unlock true potential.